And this is the way to our rehearsal room. Perhaps my two bandmates are there already. I should have a look.
Hey! Hands off my sweet ride. Hey! Hands off my sweet ride.
An invitation to the First Creators Creation Festival, and we're headlining. This is our rehearsal room. Cassandra and Sahara are already there getting warmed up. Those two have really got rhythm in their bones. That was last year. The readers and critics of the Strolling Home magazine named us Metal Band of the Year. Not long after that, our manager took off to South America with all our money. She started touring through the States at the age of 12 with her father. Funk legend Sam Steen, drummer Sahara, is the heartbeat of the Deadly Lullabies. Cassandra, bassist and singer of the Deadly Lullabies. Her voice is an octave lower than you'd ever guess, and her thumping bass lines drive the groove of this hot metal trio. That was good for the soul. Lead guitarist and songwriter Alyssa is like a breath of fresh air in the heavy metal scene. She's a new star of heavy guitar riffage. My guitars, a couple of them at least. I know, us guitar players are all a bit obsessive. Each of these treasures has its own story, but you'll already know all that from our website.
Well, are you coming?
Sorry, I was at home working on a new guitar solo.
Cool, now the song's really starting to groove.
Excellent. I think something really awesome is gonna happen today.
Okay, then surprise us. In the meantime, we'll keep working on this groove. Well, are you coming?
I thought it would be best if you two warmed up first.
You should know by now that we're always good to go.
Just an idea. Today's one of those days when anything could happen.
Yeah, just like yesterday. All the other days when nothing special actually happened. Well, are you coming?
What would you two say to a nice festival gig?
Festival? Without a battery for the bus? How are we supposed to get our stuff to a festival?
That's as good as sorted. Give me 5 minutes and the tour bus will be ready to rumble.
Okay, boss. As soon as you're finished, we'll be ready and waiting.
Who can I call? Unfortunately, I don't have my address book on me. Someone must have lost this coin. Today's edition of the daily newspaper, complete with personal. That'll only work with the right change. I never normally read this newspaper, and I don't think there will be anything interesting in it today.
Yes, Quentin here. So, you want to take a drive in my uber cool sports car?
Exactly. I'm totally into cool cars. Shall we meet up straight away, say in 10 minutes at the pool cafe?
Fabulous. I'm on my way.
Let's see whether the dork still says, hands off my ride. Now the band bus should be ready to go. And there we were, finally back on the road again. Just like in the good old days. Well, almost. Back then we had a whole truck for our equipment and a huge, comfy tour bus for us and the crew. Whatever. We were in high spirits and looking forward to the gig, even though it was an awful long way and we really had to put our foot down to get there on time. On the way there, we realized that we still have a few fans. For example, there was the gas pump attendant who we asked for directions. After he filled the tank, he pulled out our LP and asked us to sign it. And then, of course, there was a little photo session for his family album. About 50 miles through the mountains, he reckoned no big deal. And all of a sudden, the sky turned black and the heavens opened, flooding the winding mountain pass. I could hardly keep the bus on the narrow road. We nearly ended up sliding off the edge of the cliff on several occasions. And then, just after a long, dark tunnel, it happened. Oh, great. The tour bus is trashed. And Cassandra and Sahara have disappeared without a trace. Or have they? Perhaps I can find some kind of clue here. Just my luck. First I drive the band bus into a tree, and Cassandra and Sahara disappear. And now to top it all off, it's raining. What's next? Thunder and lightning? A load of graffiti. Rock and roll is dead. Huh, I guess they never heard of us. I'd better take the paint can with me. The road repair team has obviously forgotten this traffic cone here. Who knows when that might come in use to me. I recognize this anchor pendant from one of Cassandra's necklaces. Did she lose it here? I can only hope that nothing's happened to them. The numbers 1 to 10 are written on the back of the sign. Some have squares written around them, the others don't. It almost looks like a plan of something or other. The mechanism for opening the door must somehow be connected to the stone slabs. If only I could find out which slabs I need to step on. The gate to the graveyard is open. I'll take a look. This must be the graveyard mentioned on the signpost by the bus. I wonder if I can find any trace of Cassandra and Sahara here. What's that strange skeleton doing with a hat and a cigar? Where the hell have I ended up?
Hey, honey. No admittance for mortals here. Don't bet you got a light on ya.
An old metal door. It used to be part of an elevator system. An old metal door. It used to be part of an elevator system. Okay, just taking it isn't going to work. That's a shame, really. The skeleton is playing with a remote. Looks like it is controlling that model aircraft. Film cartridge for an instant 3D camera. That's going straight in my backpack. Hey, isn't it too dangerous to fly a model aircraft in this thunderstorm? I don't want the antenna to get struck by lightning. Wow! Looks like game over for the skeleton. The guy's dead. He's not going to need the remote control anymore. Ow! The bone is still really hot. I'll have to pocket it carefully. Just an empty matchbox that's been thoughtlessly thrown away. What a grouch. I've got to think of something to make him shut up. Lots of useless trash. What's that down there? A simple duster. Well, this place sure could do with a good clean, but I'm definitely not going to do that. And Viola, the film's in the camera. I'm ready for a photo session. Cool. This remote control clearly belongs to the model airplane. The mosquito will be safe in this jar. Done it. Now the motor is free again.
I done already told you. If you ain't undead, you ain't coming in. Anyway, the power's not even working.
What? No power? What do you need electricity in a crypt for? Don't you use candles?
Hey, listen. This here be the swingin'est live venue for miles. But no power, no sound.
But me and my girls are supposed to be rocking this house tonight.
I saw your ladies. They were here, but they didn't stick around too long.
Really? Cassandra and Sahara were here. Where did they head off to?
Am I psychic? I guess they went up to the castle. The guy from the castle was with them at any rate.
To the castle? Where is the castle then?
In my tourist information? No, I'm a bouncer. And it's my job to refuse entry to annoying little rascals like you. End of discussion.
But I want to get into this crypt now.
I done already told you. If you ain't undead, you ain't coming in. Anyway, the power's not even working.
And what if I asked you really nicely?
Well, let's hear it then, baby. But let me tell you, you aren't gonna be the first one begging to get in.
Then don't let me in. But I'm not gonna light your cigar for you.
Hey, wait! Let's talk this out! I really would like to smoke this cigar.
You'd do anything for a nicotine hit, right?
Yeah. Oh, the shame, the shame. None but good old Paul done got any idea what it's like standing in front of this door night after night.
Okay, here's a light. Go ahead and smoke away the last sparks of life you've got left.
Finally! A light for my cigar! Why, thank you kindly.
I've always said that smoking's unhealthy. He's not going to be needing those things anymore. I'll take that stuff with me. pretty darn big, this crypt. And it would seem the skeletons have wild parties down here. Crazy. Somehow it all reminds me of my song, Creator's Creation. That guy is totally slammed. Pickled, hooch, blasted, and bent. At the same time, one of the downsides of the rock and roll business.
Hi, honey. I'm the king. What can I do you for?
Look, I took this photo of you.
Yeah, I remember. The king's looking great again in that photo.
The photo's fantastic, yes. But the guy in it looks a bit moldy.
Hey, kiddo. You're not very friendly.
What do you expect, man? I'm standing in a stinky crypt, surrounded by rancid fraudsters.
Hey, honey, please, not so loud. We're all very sensitive people around here.
And this pretty photo will appear in the paparazzi journal tomorrow, in the Imposter of the Year section.
Wait, kiddo, wait. You shouldn't do that. Never.
All right then, but I've still got one wish left.
A wish. Okay, honey. What do you want?
Write something really, really nice on this photo.
Something really, really nice? Do you love me? Yeah, the king has still got away with the women. Now, where's my pen? Ah, here. Here you go, sweetie. Want to meet me on the snuggle couch later?
An old metal door. It used to be part of an elevator system. That was easy. Now the water should be flowing. But where? Touch of paint here, a dab there, and there you have it. A silver ball becomes a lovely 8-ball.
Cool, an 8-ball at last. Yes, the 8-ball. At last we can play around. Yes, I said play around. We'll swap the 8-ball for this trophy. Yep, the trophy!
An old metal door. It used to be part of an elevator system. A wine cork. My grandpa used to make animals out of them for me to play with.
What can I get you, sweetheart?
Where's the restroom?
Yep. Right behind the jetty. Don't forget the toilet paper.
Wow, a toilet with running water. More than I expected.
And fresh air, too. If you like that kind of thing. Wanna start here? I need someone to give this place a good cleaning. That's the ferryman. Definitely my best customer. He knows a good drop when he sees one. Hey, as long as I'm here, the only person touching my babies is me. What can I get you, sweetheart?
I need a drink.
That's pretty surprising at a bar. What'll it be?
A Bloody Mary, please.
Mary. Wait, I'll have to look downstairs. She's probably...
Sold out?
As I thought, she's out. I'll just check to see if her chainsaw's there.
A pool cue? Some string and viola. A makeshift fishing rod. The cork will make a good float for the fishing rod. The anchor pendant makes for a good fish hook. And then attach the mosquito as bait. Tight line. Oh man, I was planning on drinking that wine, but who knows what use that kitten might have later. I won't be able to reach that with my hands. Well, let's see if I can catch something on the hook. That was easier than I thought. I mean, with that bait, not a bad catch for a first try. So that must be the restroom the barkeeper in Harry's bar was talking about. There really is no shortage of fresh air here. If I don't have the right tool, I'll end up pulling the herbs out by force. They'd then be unusable. A large gas tank. Seems to be quite full. The stuff in there smells terrible. I'm not going a step closer. Ugh! What a stench! That toilet mustn't have been cleaned in years. I'd rather go in the bushes. The canister's full. Now I can fill up the boat's motor. If I don't have the right tool, I'll end up pulling the herbs out by force. They'd then be unusable. Great. Done it. I wonder what's hidden behind the door. A large gas tank. Seems to be quite full. A swamp forest? It's probably safer to stay on the path. Who knows what's slithering around in the bog? If I don't have the right tool, I'll end up pulling the herbs out by force. They'd then be unusable. Great, it's working. I can get to the other side now. Jeez, what a big beast. Someone must have helped him along a bit. I hardly think a giant mutant rat will be interested in something like that. That little piece of cheese might just be enough for an appetizer. And then I'm the main course? mosquitoes. Those little buzzing pests are really disgusting. And somehow they're a bit too big as well. A treehouse. Looks lived in. I wonder who set up home in there. Looks almost as if the key fell out of the treehouse up there. I'd better put that in my pocket. Oh, I didn't expect that. I hope I didn't disturb anyone on the John. A large gas tank. Seems to be quite full. So I refueled and ready to go. Let's see if the motor starts. This lake looks quite murky. Fortunately, I've got this dinghy and don't have to swim. There's a hand running around. Seems kind of familiar. Where have I seen that before? The hand seems to be scared of me. I'd better try to catch the hand with something. I'd better try to catch the hand with something. Then let's see if the hand falls into the trap. Ha! I've caught the running hand. That works. I can free the hand from the shackle like that. The iron chain and the shackle from the hand fit together perfectly. The hand must have pulled itself free at some point. It keeps getting better. So now there's a tentacle on the loose as well? I'd best not get too close. That thing's not to be messed with. Definitely much too close to the tentacle for my liking. That's definitely much too close to the tentacle for my liking. That's definitely much too close to the tentacle for my liking. That's definitely much too close to the tentacle for my liking. That's definitely much too close to the tentacle for my liking. The chain and foot shackle are in place. Let's wait and see if the tentacle falls into the trap. Ha! The tentacle's fallen for my trap. Now I can have a look around here in peace. The vase is really not very pretty, but I'll take it all the same. That's a really beautiful building. Someone has built a magnificent greenhouse here as well. These sneakers look almost new. At least I'll have something to change into. One can never have enough shoes. This rose is really very pretty. There is a large hole in the window pane. I can see something glittering over the back there. I must be careful not to hurt myself on the glass edges. That glittering thing was a small key. I had to stretch pretty hard to get at it. At least I didn't cut myself on the glass shards. This tomato is much too big. I bet that someone has given it a helping hand. A lovely pocket watch. Wonder if it still works. Even more science books. A really beautiful view of a small forest, even though the ground down there looks very swampy. I should have a look at it anyway. There's a handwritten scrawl in here that says, 7 centuries and another quarter will open the way into the locker. That seems like total nonsense on first glance. These plans have been lying here for quite some time. The places drawn on them don't mean a thing to me. Some papers on the laws of inheritance. Whoever works here has a real passion for science. A collection of mathematical formulas, certainly not the kind of thing for a cozy evening in. That doesn't look like a normal greenhouse to me. I don't even want to know what they've been experimenting on here. Certainly not tulips, that much is clear. That was the wrong key. I should try another one from this bunch of keys. That was the wrong key. I should try another one from this bunch of keys. That was the right key. Open sesame. Fantastic. I've got to enter a code. And how am I supposed to know it? Something's happening. That was the right code, finally! liquid has caused the plant to grow unbelievably quick. The test chamber is empty. Perhaps I should put something in it. Let's see what happens to this little piece of cheese in the chamber. The cheese has grown at least tenfold in size. That's a really massive piece of cheese. This door is locked. What a huge laboratory. It looks really old and almost reminds me a bit of the lab I wrote about in my latest song. That's really weird. What kind of weird the experiment in this chamber seems to have failed. The test subject doesn't look very animated at any rate. These weird-looking fruit husks have survived here for a long while. I'll take a few. Phew! They don't smell too good. Lots of bookshelves and a desk with a chair. Looks like an office to me. What are those chains on the ceiling for, I wonder? This has an interesting title. Life After Death, or Are You Now Undead? That fits in well with all the skeletons and zombies that are wandering around here. There is a handwritten note on the outside of the uppermost book. It says, "From 3 colors, choose 2. Left is green, the middle is red, and right will be blue. Your path is violet." You can pull these chains down, and shortly afterwards they're hanging back in their original positions. Is that supposed to mean something to me? So these chains are part of a mechanism that will open the secret passageway over there. Pretty smart stuff. Seems I can't go any further this way. I'll have to find another way to get to the large hall. This office looks just like the one that I was in just now, only everything in this one is the mirror image of the other. Something has been crossed out on the top book's cover. The only word that I can still make out is yellow. Only a stack of old dusty books. I can't see anything of interest here. There is a book on the top entitled Life Before Being Undead. That somehow sounds absurd. Just as I thought, the chains in this room open a secret passageway as well. Hey, there's my favorite guitar. So this is where it got to. It almost looks like an altar, or is it a trap? That's my baby, in one piece and freshly polished, and 2 tube amps as well. It's all just begging for a little jam session. had a creature just like that in our video, but this one here's alive, and it looks pretty hungry. It's amazing what you can find behind a cupboard. I've never seen a machine like that before. Reminds me of an old TV show I used to watch. There's a tube missing from the controller. If I can find one, perhaps I can get this thing working again. There's a tube missing from the controller. If I can find one, perhaps I can get this thing working again. This tube is fixed. Is too tightly. I can't. This tube is fixed. Is too tightly. I can't get it off. This tube is fixed. Is too tightly. I can't get it off. The machine is working. If only I knew what it does. Wow, what a trip! Like a roller coaster ride, a parachute jump, and hang gliding flight all in one. No idea if the bridge collapsed or if it was destroyed on purpose. It definitely explains the roadblock. This seems to be the eagle's hunting ground. I don't want to end up being his prey. This seems to be the eagle's hunting ground. I don't want to end up being his prey. This seems to be the eagle's hunting ground. I don't want to end up being his prey. That really is an astounding fertilizer. The plants here have grown just as fast as in the lab in the greenhouse cellar. Another odd skeleton. And what are those pigs doing up here? Mountain pigs? That motorbike doesn't look very new, but seems to be in good working order. It would seem the motorbike is short on gas. Doesn't appear to be much else wrong with it. Dredging through the trash is not really my style. Oh well, what the heck. There's an old loaf of bread lying on top. I'll take that. Who has put that striking jewelry there? Would sure suit me. Oh dear, that guy is a mere shadow of his former self. Quite sure he won't be needing those blood bags anymore. I'll pack them in my bag. Sahara and Cassandra are up there in the castle. At least it seems as though they're unharmed. But who is that guy with them? And why is he releasing a carrier pigeon? Is it meant for me? Great. Now the carrier pigeon can't escape. Let's see what the message from the carrier pigeon says. We hope you're well. Bob, the lord of the castle, brought us here so that we could follow your adventure. This guy is a really big fan of ours. He brought all of these creatures to life based on your song, Creator's Creation. It was actually supposed to be a present for you, a kind of adventure holiday with the creatures you describe in the song. However, someone hacked into the main computer and sends a huge piece of cheese. That should be big enough, even for wow, it's really knocked the giant rat's socks off. I guess the cheese was poisoned.
Elvis, my snuggle king. If only he knew how much I yearn for him. Why doesn't he notice me? Elvis, my snuggle king. If only he knew how much I yearn for him. Why doesn't he notice me?
Someone's pimped this place out well. Looks like a small but fully operational moonshine liquor distillery. This mash smells quite potent. This lid is closed very tightly. I can't get it open. The moonshine distillery is running. Let's see how long it takes. The moonshine seems to be finished now. Ugh, it really does smell quite strong. I think I'd better try it later.
A signed photo with a dedication. Where did you get that?
I shot the picture in Harry's bar and the king signed it just for you.
For me? Really?
Yes, and he said that he's sorry, but he's just not into women.
The king isn't into women? Ha! We all know. Nice try, but don't...
Yeah, well, he actually said he'd like to meet you at the jetty tonight.
Tonight? At the jetty? How romantic! My king. I've gotta go. Nice up, put something nice on. My king! I'm coming!
Bloody Mary's chainsaw. She's not going to be needing it to cut hearts into trees anymore. I'd better take it before someone hurts themselves. So, I've reduced the spade shaft to kindling. I don't know if that was such a good idea. The pieces of wood from the spade shaft fit perfectly, as if that were what they were made for. That's a really impressive treehouse, and well furnished too. Ah, someone's standing over there. Must be the owner of the treehouse.
Hey, what are you doing at my center of power? My tree house?
Sorry, I just followed that delicious smell and ended up here.
Delicious smell? Oh, you mean Uncle Waldo's chicken soup? Yeah, it smells wonderful, but it tastes even better.
Chicken soup? Oh, I'm starting to drool.
Yeah, well, Uncle Waldo's chicken soup is made to a well-guarded secret recipe. You might even drool.
Wow, that sounds like a really professional production. And you're the boss?
Yeah, of course I'm the boss. After all, the chicken soup does have the same name as me.
Then you must have a job for me.
What can you do? Do you have any qualifications that make you a suitable soup production assistant?
Cooking, cleaning, discretion. I can do all that.
Well, that sounds good. If you want the job, then you've got it.
Great, I'll take the job. What should I do?
Okay, here's your first task. I need some basil, thyme, chives, and parsley. You can find them all over the place around here. Let me know as soon as you've collected all that.
fresh bunch of basil, just what Uncle Waldo wanted. Some fresh parsley. Uncle Waldo asked for that. This seems to be some kind of hidden entrance. Let's see where it leads me. The sluice gate is closed. I should try to find an opening mechanism. So, that's the wheel turned. Not so easy underwater. Let's see what happens now. Brr! Out of that diving gear at last. Let's see what I found. Something's happening. A bridge is approaching from over there. I can hear something moving, but it must be further up. Sounds like a lifting platform. It almost looks as though this is a power supply room. But how do I get to the other side? Hey, that's practical. The platform is taking me to the other side automatically. This old brass key here seems to be almost a bit too obviously hung. I'll take it with me. Perhaps I'll find the door that it opens. A good handful of chives. I can take that off Uncle Waldo's list. The little gas tank is full now. The time that Uncle Waldo wanted.
Great! You found all the herbs. You completed the first step towards becoming a chicken soup production assistant. Keep it up, and I see good times just rolling on in for the two of us.
Nah, that wasn't difficult at all. And what do I do now?
At the end of the treehouse is the soup kitchen. Go down there and supervise the production. Even though it's all fully automated, it's still better to keep an eye on it. But don't touch anything, you hear?
Oh, great. I always wanted to work in a canning factory. Okay, got it.
I've got to get back to world business.
poster for Uncle Waldo's chicken soup. The wall seems to be pretty thin here, as if the poster were put up there to seal it. Uncle Waldo seems to be waiting for something. I can hear him pacing back and forth. Uncle Waldo's leather armchair? What's that? There's a coin stuck down the side. I'll have that. This wooden trunk is locked. I won't be able to open it without the right key. This key doesn't fit. That would appear to be Uncle Waldo's treasure chest. I should take care that he doesn't catch me. This crate clearly belongs to a weapon freak. I think I'll put the guns to one side. I'll take this big firework rocket with me. It might come in handy. Whoa! A diary in microprint. You can hardly read it. I'll give it a try anyway.
My nephew can rot in hell. He brought disgrace on his own flesh and blood and betrayed his uncle. My revenge will be terrible. He will regret his betrayal very dearly. As soon as I am free, this soup machine will be put into production. It has been invented by me for the sole purpose of ensuring that mankind gets to eat what it deserves. Rat carcasses! And the profits will serve one purpose only: to return power to those whom it befits. The soup must be well seasoned and spiced, so that it appeals to the commoner's palate. I used my time in captivity to research the power of herbs that will blind the common man. People should thank me that they are getting any grub at all.
Whoever the idiot was that wrote this diary, his world domination plans are based on common kitchen herbs and a few rather less appetizing ingredients. I'd better put everything back where I found it and lock the crate again. Wouldn't want Waldo to know I've been amongst his stuff. Someone's been really busy. This is a pretty big production line. What is that? There's a surveillance camera back there. I must be careful that Waldo doesn't find out what I'm up to. As long as the surveillance cameras are on, I better be careful and not touch anything. Waldo's view is obstructed. Now I can move around here more freely. Finished. The special ingredient is in place. Now I've just got to get the whole thing running. I better mark the crate so I can recognize which one has the fruit pods in it. Okay, the crate is clearly marked. Let's do it. Full steam ahead. The giant rat carcasses go into a shredder right there. Ugh, gross! That's where the empty cans come in. They're then filled with the rat meat, the spices, and my special ingredient. It's not really whetting my appetite, though. And into the marked crate. It's running like clockwork. I'll wait until the crate's full. And the finished product is transported out of the room automatically. Waldo is certainly inventive. You can't deny him that.
Stop. No unauthorized admittance here. I am the ferryman of this raft, and I will only transport those I deem worthy. What's that there, Barra?
It's a barrel of moonshine. I thought you might be interested.
Delicious. Give it here.
And what do I get in return?
Okay. Let's play a drinking game. If I win, you stay here. If you win, I'll take you to the other side on the raft.
Agreed. I'll flip a coin. If it lands on heads, you start drinking. If it lands on tails, then I start drinking.
Come on, flip that coin. I'm mighty delicious. A truly noble drop.
I sure am glad I didn't try the moonshine earlier. First it knocked the ferryman out, and now it's gone and shrunk him too. The ferryman's pole. That's bound to be helpful for steering the raft. That's a really impressive big machine. But what's it for? I should take a closer look. A pile of old wooden pallets. These pallets are really heavy. How many more pallets are there? That was the last pallet. Finally. There's a metal cover. It worked! There's a big switch under the lid connected to 4 cables. It seems to be some kind of power switch. So, now the electricity's rerouted. That leaves Uncle Waldo high and dry.
Hey, it's showtime.
They certainly know how to rock down here in the crypt. It was very nice of Harry to invite me to a little gig after I got the electricity going again.
Yes, of course. The supply will be ready.
A big dude like that? Scared off by a toy airplane? The marked crate with my special chicken soup from Waldo's production line in it. I'll take that. Now the motorbike is refueled. The motorbike is refueled and ready to go. It just needs someone to ride it.
What? Hey, where did you get that?
This ugly trophy? It was the prize for a well-potted 8-ball, down in that smelly crypt joint.
That thing belongs to me. After all, I am the reigning crypt pool champion.
Really? And I thought you were just a rotten old skeleton who got lost in his way from the graveyard.
Now don't get fresh with me, lady. Skeleton? Okay. But rotten? Take a look at yourself.
What do you mean? Considering everything I've been through over the last few hours, I think I look smashing.
You just got too much meat on your bones for my taste.
And I only know cab drivers with too much meat on their bones. You were the cabbie, right?
Nah, I retired. Not enough customers. And my car's turned into a rust bucket.
But you've got a customer now. I've got to get to the castle over there immediately.
No chance. I prefer my job now. It's much more laid back than driving around.
Oh, really? There was the small matter of this shabby trophy.
Yeah? I'd do almost anything to get my trophy back. Tell me what you want. Anything.
Okay, we'll swap. The trophy for 3 of your pretty little pigs.
No, I won't give away any pigs. No way. They don't belong to me anyway. I'm just looking after them.
Okay, then pull yourself together and drive me to the castle.
No chance. I prefer my job now. It's much more laid back than driving around.
Okay, then I'll melt down this shabby trophy on the spot. I'm sure it'll make some stylish friendship bracelets for me and the girls.
All right then, I give up. Give me my trophy and I'll take you, but not right up to the castle. No entry for skeletons up there.
place looks nice and peaceful. Let's see where my bony cab driver has taken me. No doubt about it. That's a Harris. A striking crucifix. At least I'll have something with which to defend myself, in the unlikely event that I meet any vampires. I'll take this key with the skull. Might be useful later. A can of lubricant. I might need that later. I won't go a step further as long as those bloodsuckers are still flying around. Wow, those three beastments have been thirsty. They've lapped up every last drop, but now the path is clear. Old tracks. I wonder where they lead. And what is the crane doing there? There are some heavy tree trunks hanging from the crane. Let's see what happens to the tree trunks on the crane hook. I'd better move away. Good thing I moved to the side, otherwise they'd have fallen right on top of me. The guard has a strange helmet on. It seems to have a transmitter and receiver on it. What a difference a bit of lubricant can make. The wagon should now be ready for use again. This entrance is blocked. The boarding looks very solid. Only something heavy can help here. Wow, the journey down here on the wagon was sure a wild ride. Almost like a roller coaster. Must be really deep underground now. There's a wooden pole with a handle on it lying there. I'm sure I'll find use for that. The bats are flying dangerously close to the big spider's web. Fortunately, they've got a good sense of direction. Has something to do with seeing ultrasonic sound waves. Pretty cool if you ask me. So let's see if the transmitter on this helmet influences the bat's flight paths. The transmitter has obviously affected the bat's orientation. I should try to take the bats with me. It may work the other way around as well. There's a rope noose in this barrel, and into my backpack it goes. There's an old cloth bag in here. I can store things in that later. These barrels are empty. The rope fits well to the pole. With the hand and the pole with the noose on it, I've built a nice hand extension. Into the bag with the flapping beasties. Wonderful. Now I've got a giant... Who leaves a toy trombone behind so deep down a mine? It's not likely to belong to the spider now, is it? Skulky fits in the kitten. Now I can wind it up. So now I'm rid of the giant spider, but unfortunately the path is destroyed now too. How am I going to get to the other side now? crane is coming down. Now I should be able to go back up. The wagon won't drive uphill on its own. Perhaps I should attach it to the crane up there. That's the entrance to an old mine, but it doesn't seem to be in use anymore. That would explain why the entrance was blocked. These barrels are empty. There's a 6-pack of beer. Looks like someone's forgotten it. I don't know the brand, but I'll take it anyway. Excellent. The cigar has ignited the gas. Amazing that that cigar is still burning after all this time. A hot air balloon like this is really handy. Let's see what awaits me up there. There's a very strange sound up here. It sounds kind of spooky. This seems to be some kind of transmitter. The question is, why would someone send such a strange signal? Could that have something to do with the zombies? Yeah, that's just how I imagined it. Our music on this transmitter instantly makes this place seem much nicer.
you going, pretty fair maiden? Do you have our toll to hand?
Toll, for you? All I can see at this moment is a little squirt.
Impressions are deceptive. We are multitudinous. Let me introduce to you, from front to back, Abraham, Joseph, Bill, and Clinton. And the one picking his nose, Theodore.
And what is your name?
Ronald at your service, also known as Boss, because I am most courteous. What's with the toll now? Our thirst is great and needs to be satisfied. Our mill is destroyed. The plumber obviously didn't hear about it. What is to become of our charcoal production now?
What? You're making charcoal here?
A man has to live for something after all, to strive for fame and fortune. Previously, we slaved away in the mines. That was before the boss ran away with all the dough.
Oh, then we're fellows in misery.
Can you help us? We would be forever grateful to you. We aren't strong enough. We're only dwarves after all. There are only a few planks missing.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I won't get the ramp up there with my bare hands. A lever or something to tie it onto and lift it would help. This chain could help me with that ramp down there. I won't get the ramp up there with my bare hands. A lever or something to tie it onto and lift it would help. I won't get the ramp up there with my bare hands. A lever or something to tie it onto and lift it would help. I won't get the ramp up there with my bare hands. A lever or something to tie it onto and lift it would help. A good firm knot should enable this chain to bear the weight of the ramp. That stuff with the ramp is sorted now. Ah, and there come the little dwarves again. I guess they have been watching me.
Not bad for a human female. Wow! Production can resume right now.
That was easy. Is there anything else I can do for you?
A new outfit? That would be smashing. I'm sure that I would look quite dashing.
The dwarf isn't reacting to me. Perhaps I should show him a couple of things. dwarf isn't reacting to me. Perhaps I should show him a couple of things.
Cool. Where did you get this stuff? Finding things like this is tough.
I took them from a skeleton who smoked too much.
A smoking skeleton? Oh, that's a crime. There are much better ways to waste your time. Oh well, whatever floats your boat. Can I at least try on this coat? Perhaps you'll give me all this stuff for fair reward. You'll get enough, and I want a horde.
So you want to do a swap? Okay, then let's see what you've got.
Okay, you get these bags, all free. If you give those clothes to me.
That's a really huge hall. I wonder what this big door is for. I see. The big door is for a big troll. I'd better think of something quick. My specially laced soup from Uncle Waldo's factory. That should occupy the troll. I'd better stand back a bit. Great! That really worked well. My soup laced with fruit husks has put the troll out of action. So that's what the troll was guarding. An elevator. This snake can be tilted. It seems to be an old kind of mechanism. I wonder if I can get the elevator going with this. Something's happening now. The elevator seems to be moving. Very good. Here comes the cat. So now I'll ride up and see what awaits me there. The castle foyer is plain but elegant. The lord of this castle has style. This armor looks very old and used. Wait a minute. It says made in Taiwan on the back. Not such an antique after all. This old steel helmet will presumably not be much use to me here either. The key doesn't fit in the door lock. The room beyond this door looks like a dungeon. There are certainly things on the wall that look like torture instruments. Oh no, that's Cassandra and Sahara lying tied up there. I've got to help them. Unfortunately, they're being guarded by two pretty mean-looking guards. Ugh, zombies! And there is another prisoner in the front there. I'll have to be real quiet so that the guards don't notice me. That would just attract the guards' attention, and that would guarantee me landing up on one of those benches as well. that sure disrupted the receivers in the guards' helmets and have put them out of action.
You must be Alyssa. Cassandra and Sahara have told me a lot about you. As you can see, we're in a bit of an awkward predicament.
First, I'll get you out of these chains.
No, wait! That's not so important. The priority is to stop my crazy Uncle Waldo. He's planning to unleash an army of undead and take over the world. You have to stop him!
And I thought you were the big creator's creator here.
Don't remind me! It was all just a game for me! I thought it would be fun to make your lyrics come to life. I wasn't to know that Waldo would suddenly reappear. And what's more, I did all the groundwork for him.
How's that?
Everything I did was based on Waldo's past research. He was already trying back then. I wrote a program that made it all that much easier. At first, it was all so much fun.
Well, congratulations. And now?
Waldo's in my computer room up in the castle foyer. That's his new command center. You have to find a way to stop his program. His army is powered by a generator in the underwater lab. If you can find no other way to stop his army, you'll have to destroy the generator, or everything's lost.
And I'm supposed to sort it all out now? Great, thanks.
Yes, I know I screwed up. But either you stop my crazy uncle now, or the next time we see each other, it'll be beyond the grave. Good luck, Alyssa.
Before I go and save the world, I'd like to play one last awesome guitar solo.
Alyssa, whatever you want, but later. Here, you can use this key to open all the doors in the castle. Hurry, now!
This heavy door is locked. I won't be able to get through without the right key. This room is stuffed full of all kinds of junk, and I'd better not go any further. That's Waldo by the computers over there. He hasn't noticed me yet, though. He seems to be rather preoccupied.
I must start the program so that my zombie army will rise and distribute my soup throughout the lands.
The madman is muttering something about a program. Wonder what he means by that.
All done! The generator has been activated, and the underwater lab is providing my babies with energy. Now it can begin!
I have to think of something to stop this. Perhaps I can distract Waldo with something. There's a big room with a huge machine in it behind this door. better not stand around here for too long as Waldo is still over there. This heavy door is locked. I won't be able to get through without the right key. The key doesn't fit in the door lock. The key doesn't fit in the door lock. Here are some stairs leading up. The view from up here on the roof of the castle is really good. If only it wasn't raining. That was a really powerful firework. That should put Watto out of action for a while at least. Waldo seems to have lost it completely. That's great. The fireworks have done their job really well. Now I can take my time to have a good look around here. Fab. One can control the iron gate with this. I'd better get that open then. This is a really big lab. Doesn't look like much is working anymore, though. Someone really let this place go to the dogs. These three lady zombies look pretty darn dangerous. I wouldn't want to meet them down a dark alleyway, especially once they're brought to life. That's obviously the control panel for the operating table. Nothing is happening though. There's no juice. So, the dynamite is in position. Now I just have to ignite this little lock, and then get out of here fast. That is the end of the fuse leading to the dynamite. It's not going to light itself. The fuse is lit. Now it's high time to hightail it out of here. So, this could destroy the underwater lab and Uncle Waldo's plans.
Amazing, Alyssa. I don't know how to thank you enough.
Oh, I'm sure we'll think of something, won't we, girls? On the other hand, I would still quite like to know what all that was about. Creators Creation Festival? A loony guy who wants to conquer the world? That's pretty much the strangest thing that the Deadly Lullabies have ever experienced.
The whole thing was really just meant as a bit of a joke, Alyssa, especially for you. Imagine your song, Creator's Creation, live and in full color.
So you wanted to sort of transport me into an adventure of my own?
Hey, don't forget, I've always been a huge fan, especially of your song, Creator's Creation. I chanced on Waldo's old drawings a while back, combined a few with my programs, and before you know it, I had a graveyard that looked exactly like the one in your lyrics. How was I to know?
But then, your Uncle Waldo suddenly appears at the doorstep and takes your system in order to rekindle his old plans for world domination? Well, we'll just have to forgive you. However...
Exactly. But even if, to subject our guitarists to such danger, you deserve to have your butt kicked.
Of you three together?
Okay, guys, let's quit. After all, we can make this adventure into hundreds of new songs, can't we?
Certainly. But most of all, I'd like... Hey, what's that?
Shh! Damn! Waldo has disappeared.
Oh, let him. His underwater lab is destroyed. He won't get his plans for world domination back on his legs again for quite a while.
Okay, girls, we're gonna get that guy. And we'll spank Bob's tush later. I'm really getting in the mood for a gig. What do you think?
Okay, boss!
Okie dokie, boss. But where?
Ooh, that's not too hard. I think I know where.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I have the honor of announcing the Deadly Lullabies!
Darn and blast it! Just you wait. I'll get you, and then